Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today I'm making my college football predictions. And I know I typically do top 25, but I'm not going to do the bottom two top 25 teams that are playing, necessarily. Not bottom two overall, but the two games here I saw on the schedule, and it's Georgia Southern versus Coastal Carolina and Florida Atlantic versus Marshall. I don't have enough knowledge on either of those, on any of those four teams, really. I don't have enough knowledge on them to make a prediction and be educated on it, so I'll be skipping those games. But I'm going to start off with Kansas at Kansas State, and Kansas was a team I thought would be better entering the season. I thought Les Miles would have them playing better, but they've just been bad. And Kansas State, they beat Oklahoma. We really haven't seen them play since then, so we don't really know how this Kansas State team is going to be, but I think they win. I think they beat Kansas. Kansas has not been good. I think this is a good game for K-State to kind of just get things rolling a bit more, because K-State's in play to win the Big 12 right now. I think it's them and Oklahoma State really are the two teams that can legit win and have a shot at the college football playoffs. As the next game we talk will be Wake Forest at Virginia. Wake Forest, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech at Wake Forest. This is a game I think Virginia Tech just handles. Hendon Hooker, I know his last name's Hooker. I believe it's Hendon Hooker, has been great for Virginia Tech. I think they handle Wake Forest pretty easily. Wake Forest has just not been a team to get out of the gates real going. I just expect Wake Forest to not really be in the fight. Michigan at Minnesota. Now, this game I'm excited for. Michigan at Minnesota. Minnesota had a great season last year. Great season. They have their quarterback returning, Tanner Morgan. Great season in Michigan. They got Harbaugh, so I assume they're going to be good. That being said, Michigan has come out and laid eggs to start out the season. They laid a big egg against, I want to say it was Notre Dame. I remember they started off the season really rocky against one team. And maybe I'm just thinking of someone else, but I believe they lost the game to Notre Dame or something. It was a team like that. I know they beat Notre Dame one year, but anyways, I'm going to take Minnesota in this one. Minnesota they seem like a team on the rise in the Big Ten. Do I think they'll get to Ohio State level? Probably not. Ohio State's just a different program, but I think they can get there. I think they can get in position to I'd say a Penn State is right now. I think Penn State can still get better, but I think Minnesota can kind of enter that tier if they build upon this last season with this season. North Carolina State at North Carolina. This is a game I think I'm going to take the Tar Heels. They had a rough loss to Florida State. Did not see that one coming. I thought Sam Howell would handle Florida State, but he just didn't. But here's the thing. Take good teams coming off bad losses. That's a big rule. I think North Carolina is a good team. I think they should bounce back handily against North Carolina State. Just my thoughts on that. Texas State, BYU. BYU should win. BYU has been rolling teams, and they had a close game last week, I believe it was. But yeah, BYU's been a great team to start the year, and they're 12th ranked. When was the last time BYU was ranked 12th? Virginia at Miami. Miami, they're just putting things together. Keene has been great for them. They didn't play their best football against Pitt, in my opinion, last week, but I still think this team is very talented, very good defensively, and Keene has been great for that offense. I think Miami wins. Cincinnati at SMU, and I'm going to take SMU in this one. SMU, I just trust him with Sam Ellinger. I like SMU. Cincinnati's not a team I know much on, so it's a big reason why I'm not willing to pick them. I know more on SMU. Their offense is good. Their defense, it's American Conference level defense. I'm not expecting much defensively, but I think SMU will win. I just know more about their quarterback and their offense in general than I do Cincinnati. Penn State at Indiana. Penn State should win. This game should not be close. Penn State should handle Indiana. But Indiana will always start out the game, the first half, it'll be closer than you think. It's going to be like, what? Why is Indiana in this? Why? And then you're going to be like, oh, that ended quickly. Just how it happens with these games with Indiana, especially at Indiana, I've learned. Iowa State at Oklahoma State. Listen, I think, and this is another team that can also contend for the college football playoffs in Iowa State in the Big 12. I just don't see them lasting another week. I think Oklahoma State beats them. Oklahoma State has Chuba Hubbard, who may be the best running back in college football. there's a lot of good running backs in college football, but Chuba Hubbard may be the very best, and I think he is. He's a great player. He's explosive. He's everything that Oklahoma State offense. I think they win big, and when you got a guy like Hubbard playing college football, you usually take the team that has the best running back. Nebraska at Ohio State. I like Scott Frost. I really do. I think he's a great coach. I think he did phenomenal with UCF. But this game, saying it may be a murder may be too kind. This will not be close. Ohio State should just destroy them. It should not be close whatsoever. If it is, great. Nebraska's headed the right direction, but man, I just don't see this game being close for even a half. It might not even be close for a full quarter. I expect a big blowout there. Notre Dame at Pitt, and this is my upset of the week. I think Pitt bounces back. They played Miami really good, and Notre Dame they played rough against Louisville. They played really rough against them. They played rough against Florida State. And at Florida State, they have proven they're a different team with Jordan Travis at quarterback, but I still don't think they're on the level of Notre Dame yet. Notre Dame, they're overrated. They seem to be the most overrated team. And it's year in, year out. Like, this team's usually overrated. And it's like, oh yeah. Kind of got to dumb it down a bit because we see the program, like Notre Dame, they're historically great. But just now, they're just meh. I think Pitt has the ability to beat Notre Dame. They have a great rush defense. Pitt has a great defense overall, but really their strength is in rush defense. Their D-line is good, and I expect them to give Ian Book in that Notre Dame offense trouble. Alabama at Tennessee. My confidence in Tennessee has dropped significantly after the Kentucky game. And I just think Alabama, like, they're clicking. We saw what they did to Georgia. Georgia has been good to start out the year. Tennessee has been average, especially after last week. It's hard to say they'll even have a fight, a puncher's chance in this fight because, well, Alabama's Alabama. So I think they win big. And Syracuse at Clemson. And I almost don't want to pick this game necessarily how it's supposed to be picked. Like, I'd say Clemson wins. I think everyone is expecting that. Clemson destroyed Georgia Tech. Just destroyed them. Syracuse got destroyed by Liberty. Yeah. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to pick the spread in this game. Clemson is 46.5-point favorites. So on a neutral field, because they are playing in Clemson, they'd be 43.5 favorites against Syracuse. That's impressive. Like, this feels like punishment to Syracuse for beating Clemson a couple of years ago. This is like their punishment. It's their sin. Overall, I think Clemson wins. I do think they cover because I don't see Syracuse having a chance. I wouldn't be surprised if Trevor Lawrence just plays the first quarter and they're up enough and it's like, you go get some film for the NFL. Yeah, you can go play. Yeah. Oh, you as well? Oh, yeah. ETM, yeah, you can sit on the bench. Yeah, we're going to put in him. He needs some reps. Yeah, I expect this to be a game that you see a lot of the Clemson backups, which could hurt them covering, but I don't think it will. I think Clemson's on a completely different level than Syracuse. And yeah, 46.5-point favorites. That's impressive just to get to that point. But hey, I hope you guys listening to this. And hey, enjoy College Football Saturday. We got the Big Ten starting up, and Pac-12's not far off the corner. So have a great day, and peace.